All right, how's it going, everybody? Happy Sunday. Here we are, we're at the Whobbit house. For anybody who doesn't know, a Whobbit is just like a Hobbit, except not copyrighted. So, I'm up here today in our beautiful Idaho property, and want to give you a good tour, a good walk around. We'll start around the outside. All right, we got 3 people here. I'm wearing glasses. All right, Nick is number 1. Way to go, Nick. I'm wearing glasses so that I can hopefully see the screen. And, all right, Steve's here too. Woo! And Vanessa, yay! Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's kind of nice. The wind's not blowing. It's actually really nice. So this should go well. This should go well. Hi, Richard. Hey, Aiden. How's it going? So I got this thing here. It's like hanging around my neck. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I should be able to, you can hear me good. Okay, great. I should be able to keep this thing sort of focused where I'm looking. And it may kind of bounce around a little bit. But hopefully I can see what you guys are saying. And I can show you what I want to show you. And I can not fall on my face because I'm looking at the camera instead of at my feet. All right. Guys is here. Macy's here. Tony. Sweet. Steiner. From Poland. How's it going? How do I say that? Macy? Macij? How's Poland, man? You guys doing okay up there? Hope everything's going all right for you guys. Sure feel for everybody over there that's having some pretty awful stuff go on. So, let's start the tour a little bit, shall we? Shall we? We've got, so we'll go for about an hour or until my phone dies, whichever comes first. How about that? Oh, Robert from San Diego. Nice. Boy, look at this beautiful sky today. We don't have a cloud anywhere. It is something else. Pretty awesome. From Belgium, too. Fantastic. Thanks, Bart. Thanks for being here. Okay, so a couple things that are new that you can see if you've seen one of my house tours up here before. First, I'll point out, this timber work. So we put these big timbers up there to kind of make it look like support. They're really cool. They're super heavy. That was a real pain in the butt. Any plans to expand, build a shire? Yes, absolutely. Tons of plans, Jawbreaker. In fact, I'll talk to you about some of those plans too. From Cape Town, nice. South Africa, right? Wow. I love having such an international audience of friends, and you guys are great. You guys are great. Thanks for being here. Thanks for caring about all this really weird stuff that I do. And Sweden, awesome. I cannot pronounce that. ASCII 2. Isn't that some sort of kind of typing or something? Anyways. Okay, so we put these new timbers up here. The round door, of course, is the hallmark. We got our stained glass windows there. We'll get closer. We'll do an inside tour too, but we'll do outside first, okay? We're starting to get some green. Things are starting to grow a little bit, which is great. You can also see here some of our failures. And I'm going to point out failures because they're there. And it's a learning process. All right, Thanasis is here. Thank goodness. We're going to be all right now, everybody. You can all calm down. Everything's going to be okay. How's it going, my friend? So I'm going to point out that. See that black spot right there? That black spot right there, as I walk over here and try not to fall on my face, that black spot there is where the dirt has slumped off. So we did our best to try and build up a slope. You can see like this area here is a bit more sloped. It's a more gradual slope, and so it hasn't slumped off. Over here also, we got a little bit of stuff slumping right in the corner there, but most of this is a nice gradual slope. So nothing has kind of sloughed off over there. Where is the wHobbit-Hole? It's in Idaho, Nigel. It's in Idaho. How you doing, by the way? I saw you had a post about some car that you were looking to see what it was. Was somebody like mess with your yard or something? Hope everything's good. But this is in Idaho, just barely north of Utah, so just the southeast corner of Idaho. All right, so we're going to have to work on this. That's going to be one of our spring/summer projects. Yeah, such good weather, such good weather. We're so happy right now about how it is up here. It's going to be great. But you can see that most of this sod is just dead at this point. So not all of it, but a good part of it is going to just have to come off. Van got broken into. Dang it. Dang it. Why are people so dumb? Air Cookie's here. What's up? You love that entrance, huh? Hey, I just, for what it's worth, I just edited up the live stream where we talked about calendars. I just got to put a little intro and a little ending on it, and then it'll be there. Snowy mountains in the background is epic. Isn't that cool? Isn't that something? I mean, I'll go up to the top here before we end, and you'll get the whole 360 view, because this place is just wonderful. We love it. We absolutely love it up here. The wind is picking up. Hopefully that's not too bad on the microphone. So anyways, we're going to have to do a lot with this stuff. Like this dead grass isn't doing anybody any favors, and we're going to have to come up with ways to fix some of this. And that's not even the bad part. So I'll show you some more of the bad part. So let's take a little walk. So pretty much all this that you see, thank you very much. Thanks, Nigel. Pretty much what you see here, you can kind of see where our property ends because the grass changes colors in a few places, right? You can kind of see right along there and right along there. And then the town is just down there. It's only about 4 or 5 miles away. And that's Preston, Idaho. That's the home of Napoleon Dynamite, for those of you who know who he is. Hopefully everybody knows who he is. All right, so just a little bit different view. This here is the master bedroom. Very proud of these stair rails. I'll show you the stair rails. We'll get up closer too. I filmed a bunch of that to make a video out of it. Underneath there, you can see is that's the basement. The kids are in there right now watching TV, I'm sure. So that's the basement and a little window there to get out. This pipe here that sticks up, kind of supposed to look like a chimney or something, but it needs to be worked on. It's actually the exhaust from like the bathrooms. So it's kind of sometimes stinky. It needs to go up higher. And I don't like the way it kind of wraps around there, but anyways, these doors, I want to put some sort of a decoration along the top here and along the bottom or the sides to make it look round. So when you drive by the highway, you can see the highway down there. When you drive by the highway, you can see obviously the front door, and you can see this door. And it just looks a little funny to have that door square when everything else is so nice and round for the most part. So, but I guess maybe the roof there is a little square, so maybe that's not too bad. Anyways, more dead grass, more dead grass. I did make a fun walk around path up there. I'll show you. This pad right here in front of us, this is going to be the fire pit. We've got a really cool Lord of the Rings fire ring. It's metal, and it's got it looks like the ring, you know. It's got the engraving from the ring on it, and it's like cut out of it so that when you put fire in it, it'll glow, and it'll have the words from the inscription from the ring. Should be pretty awesome. So all this eventually here, maybe by the end of the summer, we'll be able to have it done. This will be all some sort of pavers, and we'll have a nice fire ring up here. And then this is the rest of the land. So all the way out over there, and we laid out a master plan to put a bunch of these little houses in a bunch of places here. The next one we'll put, I'm not exactly sure, I think we're going to put over here, and it'll be more in ground instead of like this one is kind of up out of the ground. It's kind of like a bump on top of the hill, where I want to do one that's like more in the hill. If you like the wHobbit-Hole, smash that like, Jawbreaker. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying to block the microphone from the wind because I do see some wind coming up. Now look at that. Okay, so this is actually to me, this is a really pretty side of the house too, because we've got the deck, even though the deck still has some ugly supports under there. And we've got these stairs that'll come down to the fire pit area here. Those aren't finished yet either. All this needs to start growing some grass and stuff eventually. But boy, look at that. We'll go get a close-up of that, but man, did that slump off. It slumped off so bad it kind of blocked the door, and we had to dig our way out. So this whole side of the house is really bad for the slumping of the dirt on top. Trampoline pit. Oh, I have a trampoline pit. Thank you very much, Air Cookie. Oh, and I missed somebody else's comment right before that. I didn't see what it was. Anyways, I'll get up there on the deck here in a minute. We wanted to put, so You can't probably tell really very well where the hills are, but there's a really cool hill there. All right, Richard's here. How do you heat the hot tub? Discord doesn't know I'm live? Oh man, probably because I didn't do restream, and so Twitch. I think it might get the live indicator from Twitch, and so because I'm only doing on my phone today, we don't have Twitch. It's only YouTube. So unfortunately, everybody who's waiting for a notification from Twitch isn't going to be there. Greetings from Vegas. In theory, I'm working. Sunday in Vegas, nobody's working. Well, there's probably some people, but they're not. They don't do your kind of job. Okay, trampoline pit here. Oh, I was started to say. So we got some really neat. So we got a spot there where I don't know. We should build something there for sure. Kind of each one of these hills is where we had kind of designated to put more of these little hobbit houses. So we'll see how that plan goes. We'll see how long I live. If I can live long enough, we'll get it all done. All right. So here you're gonna get an up close view of our failed earthen. I think we were in a hurry, and that should really have sandbags, and it should be, gradually, it should be sloped nice and gradual, but it didn't. So we were in a hurry. It's going to cost us some time this summer to fix it all. And here's where all that dirt went, so we'll have to get that all slumped off. But anyways, this is the back door, and we call that the sunset door, because outside that door, looking over that way when the sun sets, we have one rule up here. Well, we have a few, but for me, one of my major rules is when I'm up here, most of the time I'm working on stuff, right? So I'm fixing something, or I'm tinkering and getting something working or whatever. And my rule is at sunset every day, you got to stop. Stop whatever you're doing. You come outside, you sit here on the deck, and you watch the sunset, because it is amazing. We usually have a nice orange, red, just beautiful sunset. So that's where I'll be tonight at about 7:45 p.m. when the sun starts to set. Somebody asked, how do we heat the hot tub? We've only heated it once. Have the same rule by the ocean. Always stop for sunsets. Nice. It's important. You're not, I come up here and work, and I do love it. And I could spend my whole life up here just working and having fun. But it's important to just stop and sort of smell the roses. You know what I mean? So as far as the hot tub, so up there, that's our power plant. We'll walk up there. We'll kind of end the tour up there, because that's where I'm going to be doing my work later. I'm still working on solar panels and power and stuff. So to run the hot tub, we are going to need, when we run the hot tub, we run a generator. So this has, it's electric heat. And it's not a huge circuit, but it runs a long time. Like, to get this thing heated up, it's going to take a long time. There is something, though, that I have in my master plans in my mind. Live on an island. We're blessed with some fantastic sunsets. Oh, I bet, Tony. I'll bet. Which island are you on? Are you on Australia? I want to do and I'm going to put it like over here somewhere. I want to do and stop, enjoy the magic hour. What's the magic hour? I'm going to do a solar water heater. So basically you take a bunch of PEX tubing, put it in a spiral. You're getting an ASHP for your hot tub. What's ASHP? I wish I had ground heat pump. For the house, we have the ground heat pump. For this, unfortunately, we don't. But anyways, I'm going to do this solar thing. So basically, you take this PEX tubing, spray paint it black, put it in a box, lay it out flat, and then put glass over the top of it, and then the water, and then you have a little pump. Oh, air source heat pump. Gotcha. So the water, the solar pumps water out of the hot tub, circulates it through this spiral of PEX tubing that's in black, that's under the glass. So even when it's like 40 or 50 degrees outside, that water should get up to, I don't know, it's 20 to 30 degrees hotter than what it is outside. So, if it's only 50 degrees outside, you still might get 80-degree water. And then when you put that back in the hot tub, then you run the heater in the hot tub, you get it to the heat you want a lot faster. That's my master plan. You know, we'll see how it goes. I have all the parts. It's just a matter of putting it all together, which I haven't done yet. There's our Elon Musk satellite for internet. And there's our sledding hill. So from up there down there is an awesome sledding hill. We've sledded all the way. I mean, it goes all the way out there if you don't get stopped by something else. And even right here is a pretty steep hill. It's just nice and short. But I'm a sledding kind of guy. I love just getting out the sleds and going down the snow. Usually end up crashing somewhere along the way. So that's that. So our property goes to the corner there, and corner right there, if you can see that. Oh, there. Oh, pretty awesome, huh? So this deck, doesn't that look cool? It looks like Disneyland, right? It's like something that they would do at Disneyland. This was so cheap and so easy to do. It was amazing. The expensive part was just buying the hardware for this, buying those little things, and then the hardware on these ends that tightens it up. That was kind of the most expensive part. I don't remember what I spent on the whole thing, but it wasn't that much. Then the rope on the top is just kind of decoration. These are just regular old pressure-treated posts that I cut and made it so that they would fasten on there. Uh-oh, orientation. Oh, okay, good. We're not going to change orientation. All right, you want to go inside for a minute? Should we get the walk around inside, and then we'll walk up to the pavilion next, okay? All right, walking inside. Ugh. Oh, I should have gone in the front door. Oh, we'll have to go out and then back in the front door. It's a little bit lived in. Me and the kids have been up here for a couple days now. Spring break starts tomorrow, so we came up a little early. All right. We'll go in the front. We'll go in the front door first. Don't forget to set/share over in Discord. Yeah, do that. Thank you, Joel. Blade is here or will be here, and he has been a little bit predisposed. How far is your next door neighbor? Oh boy, the closest neighbor, well, there's that guy right there. That's about 1.5 miles. And then there's another guy that's a little bit closer. You can't see because he's right by the highway, who's maybe a little bit closer. So yeah, next neighbor. So we got a neighbor about 3 miles that way. You know, that guy right there is probably about the same, about 1.5 miles. Do we have internet? Yeah, we have, what's that stuff called? What's Elon's thing? Not SpaceX. You know what I'm talking about. Big radio tower in the background, yeah. Yeah, how do we have power? So power's coming from up there. So right now it's, right, if you could hear, Starlink, thank you very much, Starlink. If you could hear, sorry, there's my license plate number. If you could hear the generator, there's a generator running up there right now, but we'll go up there and see all the solar panels. Yeah, Michael, come on down. Come visit, man. Come visit. What was I saying? Anyways. I can't remember now. Yeah, there's a big radio tower there. That's like a big AM radio station tower. Remote working dream. Man, it's unfortunately you can't do anesthesia from remotely. You know, you kind of got to be there. So for you guys that don't already know, oh, there I am. Hello. That door, though, I know, isn't that door awesome? Do I have Tesla batteries? No, I don't. Free labor. Oh, that's true, Steve. Man. Steve, you're probably not around, are you? Pretty rad. Thank you very much. I didn't see who's the name on that one. Anyways, so there's my wife's favorite stained glass thing. We had somebody make some stained glass for us, and that's her tree. And then I made the one that I wanted was the Lonely Mountain. So that's that one. This guy is an anesthesiologist. Yes, he is. Yep, he is. That's me. I am. All right, so yeah, the door. I love this door. We all love this door. But what I would say is, oh, it's Dave Peterson. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Me and Dave did residency together. All right, so this door, a couple things I'll say about this door. So it's wood, right? It's solid, like real wood. And it weighs a blasted ton. I mean, it's got to be close to 200 pounds. It's heavy, heavy, heavy. And unfortunately, because it's south facing, it gets a lot of sun, right? So it's just barely starting to get some, but it's going to get the sun just beats on it. Plus the wind blows and it piles up snow and dirt and everything along the bottom. So it started to warp. Like if you looked at the door from the side, it's like bowed already. And it hasn't even been in place, you know, what, 7, 8 months maybe. So that's unfortunate. And it's starting to split in some places too. You've got some of these cracks. So it's just going to give it character. But I will say that when I do others of these, which I really want to do, as I pointed out down there, but I really, really want to build more of these, I have to come up with a better solution. Need to get some kind of shade. Yeah, you know, it's got this, but it's not enough. I'm just not going to do any more south-facing doors. That's it. All my doors are going to be like north or east or west. Mostly north. I want to do north-facing doors just for the shade. Put some black iron decorative bracing on the door. Ooh, watch this, Jawbreaker, since you brought it up. Okay. So it is totally hinged. So let me show you how the hinge works. Look at that thing. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that thing beautiful? So I designed up the hinge, and that's another thing is because of the weight, even though, I mean, this thing is like thick. I don't know what this is, 1/4 inch. You know, this is 1/4 inch steel. We got these huge lag bolts, huge, and like a ton of them, right? And huge hinges, right? Big heavy duty hinges. We had to put a special stud kind of thing inside. How on earth did you get a piano in there? And we paid somebody. This piano cost, I think we bought the piano for like $500, and I think we paid $1,000 to get somebody to deliver it. Because yeah, you're right. We brought the piano in through the back door. But so the door, because it's kind of bowing, you can kind of see how it's not flush. It should be flush, right? It was, and in some places it is flush. So it's kind of bowed, so it kind of catches a little bit. The power of Hobbit magic. Yeah, we just had Gandalf lifted in there for us. Isn't this fun? So we got the little roll top desk, you know. My wife did so good with decorating. Here we got some walking sticks. Got Orchrist. The piano is really fun because this piano is actually 140 years old or something like that. Like we've got the original like bill of sale up here from like 1840 or something for like $500. That's the same amount we paid for it. So it's really cool, really decorative. It's out of tune a little bit, but we don't care. We play it just like it is. Well, the kids do, I don't. So some of these lights are really pretty neat. This one's had a problem, but these are like actual real wax candles, but they're, here I can show you because I got this one here. Ouch, just run into the. So I bought these candles at like Walmart and they were electric. They had like a little light inside. I just tore all the innards out of them, tore all the guts out. And this is real wax. And then I just took these LED strips and that's what's inside them. This one, like I said, this one came unsoldered, so I have to fix that one. And then when you turn them on, they look like that. Isn't that cool? I do have to put a little bit of wood under there to make it look like a little bit more of a transition. No duct tape, not anymore. And there's my AliExpress. That one and that one over there, those are my AliExpress chandeliers. Those turned out really good. Same kind of concept. I mean, all this lighting, for you guys that don't know, I did this LumenCache. It's kind of PoE or just low voltage DC lighting. It's 24 volt DC. It's ran through Ethernet cable, Cat 6 cable. Put wLED plus a MOSFET in there and run a candle. No kidding, right? You know, I could. I actually could. Maybe that's what I need to do for that chandelier or something like that. That would be awesome. Wouldn't that be cool? Isn't the axe awesome? So the fireplace isn't finished yet, but the fireplace it's actually electric fireplace. It's not real fire. And if you look real close, What's in there? Oh, the One Ring. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. But you can see it's taped off. We still have to finish some staining and some decorating there, but that's really cool. So it's a fireplace that it's got LEDs and it's got this fun little like mirror thing in it, and it's really cool. It does heat, but it's really just for decoration, really. And then all these couches are just used couches that we got. Really awesome, really fun. This window, I love looking out this window. Let's see if we can do it without the sun. There you go. Yes, and that's our propane tank, our big buried propane tank. This is the other window well for the other side of the basement. But yeah, isn't that awesome? What a view, huh? Now you can pick it up, put it in your hand and say, it's actually quite cool. It looks bare. Needs a little bit of grass. Thank you very much, Air Cookie. Isn't that beautiful? Need more trees. We do need some trees. We need to plant some trees. I'm sure like 100 years ago, somebody tore out all the trees. Now we want to put them all back. So here's our dining room area, bunch of mismatched chairs, kids kind of making a mess and stuff. But we did brick around all the windows, which was really cool. Some round windows, and then some of these like half windows, so we get a little bit of air circulating in here. All of the heat and the cooling is all in the floor. It's just pipes in the floor. Oh, that's what I forgot. I forgot to bring I was gonna bring my heat camera so I could see. Make sure the lumber is kiln dried good. Which lumber? Outside? Inside? The kitchen, isn't that awesome? We got this thing off like our equivalent of Craigslist. Who designed the house structure? So the actual building part of it is a company called Green Magic Home, or Green Magic Homes. And they sell the kit for the actual structure. They have some pre-made floor plans that you can use, or you can design your own. And we took one of theirs and we just kind of modified it a little bit. And then those beams are actually fake. Those beams are like some sort of foam, like a real hard foam. And then they just put some wood grain on there. You can see where I need to touch it up a little bit. But they put some wood grain on there and stained it. And it looks awesome. I mean, it really looks awesome. That box there is this last piece that's got to go across there. We didn't put that piece in yet. So, but yeah, the kitchen. So a friend of ours made the island thing there. Somebody else, good friend, made the kitchen table here. We got a bunch of mismatched chairs, did that on purpose. Yeah, you can see that one's kind of pulled out a little bit, right? So that's kind of gives away the secret of the timbers there. And then we are getting a little bit of like cracking. So this is just drywall mud stuck to this fiberglass structure. So it doesn't stick great, but we're learning. We learned a little bit. I think what happened in some of these spots was the drywall guy put tape and then put drywall. Did you ever get a link so we could watch the build with the TV company so we can watch in the UK? Good question, Nigel. I don't know. I know if you Google, well, I don't know in the UK. That's interesting. Let's work on that together. Let's work on that on Discord, because I don't know. How far are you from Isengard? Never far enough. And those crazy guys. So we do have like a bunch of the creature comforts, right? Like that. This is actually a dishwasher. There's a garbage disposal under there. Like a lot of things that use a lot of power, unfortunately. The stove is propane. Of course, we have a fridge and stuff. And then we'll go back this way. This was the back door. That's where we came in. So the back deck is out that way. Here's one of my favorite things. I've shown you guys this before that have had some of the tour. So there's me. Hello. This. Isn't that awesome? We made this sink. I did this. I will take full credit for this. My mom helped. My mom put those rivets in there so that the planks wouldn't fall apart. And then my uncle, who's a plumber, did the plumbing parts of it and kind of sealed it up and stuff. But this, we saw this on Pinterest, and my wife found a barrel, and I found the sink, and we put it all together, cut it out, and made it one of the coolest parts of the house is that barrel sink. Pretty fun, huh? Pretty fun. And then because, we have a lot of LED strips like that is how we do a lot of the lighting around here. So this is kind of an extension of the kitchen, which has turned into my workshop. So right now, on one of those hills, should do a house from Edoras. Ooh, that would be cool. I would love to do like a dwarf house, an elf house. I wanted to do a cave and make some goblins. Hey, from India, how's it going? But we got all the comforts, microwave. We even bought one of those fancy coffee makers. These are going to be lights. These are going to be lights that'll hang over the island. So we'll stain them up. We'll put some LED strips in them and we'll hang them that way. That's going to be kind of fun. And then you guys have seen this, or some of you have probably seen this, but this is our spice rack. Okay. It's just a regular old spice rack. Except it's not a regular spice rack. Oh, dang, look at that. What? So secret door. It's not even the only one, right? So this is the master bedroom. The sun comes in that window right there and wakes you up first thing in the morning. As soon as it comes up over the hill, it comes through that window and wakes you up, which is actually kind of nice. It's actually a good way to wake up. Down in the basement, if you close the shades down in the basement bedrooms, you don't wake up. Like me and the kids have been sleeping until like 11 o'clock every day. This is where the magic happens. This is where baby hobbits come from. So this is our dragon scale tile shower, like that. Dragon scale tile shower. Isn't that cool? Hodor. Well, one of my chairs is broke out there, but it's our view out the master bedroom. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And we did a lot of fun things like, all our faucets are kind of different. All the sinks are kind of different. And we didn't spend a ton of money. I mean, we really did a good job of like hunting for these on Etsy and places. We did pretty good on some of that stuff. I love our bathroom countertops with this like rough stone kind of edge to it. Looks so cool. Wouldn't be as DrZzs room if we didn't showcase something unfinished or broken. Oh, boy. I like to think that this thing is getting close to finished, but man, it is so far from it. It is so far from it. Outside door. Oh, this is this door, I'm not going to open it up right now, but this is we saw this door from outside. This is the square door. Thank you, Michael. I'm hungry. We're going to go out for some cakes and tea. We got plenty. Come on over. This would be the pantry, right? This is where the dwarves would come and ransack everything, right? Bend the forks and smash the plates. All right, kids, I'm coming downstairs. So then, so right off the back door here, right? Back door, right down here or right behind the kind of kitchen area over this little wall. And then I like this. I did this with the lighting here. So the lighting is underneath that little lip right there. Of course, you don't have to patch that little hole, but it's just a strip of LEDs along there. So cool. Don't call your children dwarves. That's where the little hobbits get into trouble. Okay, now down here, we have some fun stuff. Pool table. You asked how we got the piano. The beast, but once again, that's the kind of thing you just pay somebody else to bring in. You don't yourself. Cool little chess table, Lord of the Rings chest. This is prep for a map of Middle Earth. We have a huge map of Middle Earth. Madrian has posted a video of the wHobbit-Hole on YouTube. Oh, I can't do the link. I think it got taken down. I can, somebody who's in the US, if somebody in the US would go to Google and just type in building off the grid, Idaho underground home. So building off the grid, Idaho underground home. You should get a bunch of stuff that says how to watch it. If somebody will copy and paste that into the chat, maybe then our folks internationally can find a way to watch it, because it's on there's like 10 different ways to watch it. You can go to Amazon, you can go to Hulu, you can go a whole bunch of stuff. Or maybe it's still on YouTube. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. All right, so we got some fun art down here. My wife just found all kinds of cool cool art stuff. It works from DE. Oh, okay, sweet. Maybe it'll work in the UK too. So fun, fun, fun. One of the things we ask when people come and visit, we tell them to come down here and look at these pictures and then pick their favorite one, just for fun. Just because that gives them a minute to just kind of take it in. They're really cool. Watch on Streamio. Ooh, awesome. So under the stairs, that's just some storage. We got a full bathroom in here. So full bathroom, shower tub, all that stuff, right? No problem finding it in Canada. Oh, good. Oh, these sinks, though. Aren't those cool? We have another one in the other bathroom, too, but love, love, love those sinks. They don't hold a lot of water, so it spills a little bit, but they're gorgeous. Just so fun, so fun. Hi, guys. A little bit of more cool art stuff. Okay, now I'm going to have you look away for a second. So, yeah, we actually already have that map of Middle Earth. It's a wallpaper. Who's that bald guy? I know, right? He doesn't look very hobbity. I'm just doing something secret here behind my back. Don't mind me. So that's actually a wallpaper that goes there. And we just haven't got it stuck up yet because these chairs, you guys are getting like the whole minor details tour. So these chairs have some like sharp corners and they keep hitting the wall and like putting big divots in the wall. So before we put the wallpaper up with this big awesome map that we got of Middle Earth, I want to make sure that we're not going to just tear holes in it. YouTube TV, oh sweet. Well, that's even better. I didn't know that. We got a little church pew there, and then there's a bookcase. Does anybody notice the link cameras too? So we got a bookcase here, right? Oh yeah, just a bookcase. No big deal. Just a bookcase. Just a bookcase, except, oh, it's not a bookcase. What? This one's a double secret door too. What? Are you kidding? And then, of course, this is the TV room, so this is where the kids are spending a good bit of their time while we're up here. Except I do take them outside and take them for walks. Dawson, how's it going? The girls made a fort. Hi, girls. Dawson's playing Sea of Thieves. He's pretty good at it, actually. Oh, let's go into the mechanical room. So then back here, far away from everything, is where the rest of the magic happens. So here's all of our stuff. Should play Call of Duty. This is our geothermal heat pump. So this is our ground source heat pump. And it fills that, or it warms water in that tank. And that is what manages the temperature in the floor water. I wish we had this hooked up to also heat our domestic hot water, but we don't because we asked them to also set it up so that it would do cooling. So we're gonna have the floor also cool the house in the summertime. So because of that, we couldn't have domestic hot water like for showers and stuff come out of there. So right now we have this hot water heater here, which is you can imagine an electricity hog. Water softener. This is the thing. So I'm going to put a relay. We talked about this on another stream, if you guys, for those of you that remember, but I've got a 30 amp relay that I'm going to put on one leg of this circuit that comes out of here so that I can turn this off at night. So this will only run in the daytime. Okay. So there's my total spaghetti mess. This is my Emporia, which is doing a great job, actually. It's really doing good. Where do I get the water and how's the waste handled? Good questions. So the waste is handled through a septic tank. And the septic tank is actually buried right about where I was standing when we started the stream there, Cookie. So the septic tank is buried there. And then up at the top, we have a well. So once we get done here in another 5 minutes or so, I'll walk up the hill and show you where the well is and stuff. And we can go through some of the issues we've had there too. But most of this is the heating for the floor and such. And then this is our lighting panel. So this is the LumenCache DC, PoE lighting panel. So that is my power supply. So that's a 24 volt power supply. And then all those yellow wires and a few of the other colors are going into all the different light circuits throughout the house, all right? I do have a PoE switch here for other things. Need to get you some cable management there, buddy. Yeah, I know, right? Come on over, Blade. Come on over, I need help. This is the security wires. I did like put switches on the doors and stuff. Always heard garbage disposals aren't good on septic systems. Did anyone mention that when installed? Good question. We've just not been putting things down the sink. Like, we just tell everybody no food down the sink, just scrape all the food into the trash and then just water and stuff down the sink. This is my Reolink NVR, and of course my Home Assistant Amber, when it was still called Amber. Missed the beginning. Oh, hey, Quindor. How's it going? Oh, the beginning was the best part too. But that's okay. No, the best part's gonna be here in a minute when I go walking upstairs, up the mountain and start to run out of breath. So I could talk to you about this for a minute. So the way this guy works, so this is really just a distribution panel of this 24 volts, right? So the 24 volts comes in up here. And then each of these little modules like this is the, well, these are the switches. So these ones here, anywhere there's a light switch, this is what is managing the light switch. These red ones are constant voltage drivers. So when you have one of these, then that circuit, so that this one is this one, kitchen number 1, and this one's probably kitchen number 2 if I had to guess. Yep. These are constant voltage. So those sconces, those candles, and the chandeliers, that's these guys. So those are constant voltage. A lot of them, most of them really, are constant current lights. So these are all the constant current ones. And what I found was that those LED strips worked really well with these constant current drivers. So most of my lighting has been with that. There is, this little guy is for some accessory power, so you could have a little bit of accessory power on the other end of this if you wanted to. But it's just a distribution system. You know, is it necessary? I don't know. It's been good. It's been fun to do something different. I do like that it's low voltage, so I don't have to like go flip off breakers when I want to mess with something, and it just seems more efficient to me to have just one AC to DC converter here rather than have a bunch of LED bulbs all throughout the house, each one with their own AC to DC converter. That just seemed like a waste. So I'm pretty happy with it. All right, we got to go walking up the hill now. Let's all be grateful that Dawson put his pants on. Thank you, Dawson. Thank you. All right, let's go walking up the hill now. This big box here was an power disconnect within 3 feet of coming in the house. So we had to put this right here because I didn't want it on the outside. So it's just this big, but we do need to get something, probably like a reverse osmosis system or something. So we drink bottled water. The well water's probably okay, but it's not been treated. Horn of Gondor. Everybody, when they come visit, they love blowing that horn. They love blowing the horn. And yeah, and that, of course, we didn't really talk about it, but Gimli's axe there. Pretty fun. Okay, let's go walking up the hill now. This is where I'm going to run out of breath, so it's time for you guys to pick up the conversation a little bit. Because as I go walking up this hill, I am going to run out of breath. Ugh. Plus, I can't see so well with the sun and the screen. We still have some trash here. We're still working on getting everything all cleaned up. That's Old Bill. Isn't that the name of the mule from Lord of the Rings? Old Bill. That was the name of his master anyways. So that's what we call the pavilion, which we started calling it that and didn't really realize that that's what they call the place in Lord of the Rings where they have the birthday party. They call it the pavilion. Kind of interesting. Didn't mean to do that, but we did. As we're walking up here, you may start to hear the generator running. So this is the road. If you watch the TV show, this was part of the disaster we had to deal with. Take the four-wheeler up. Oh, that'd be a smart idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. What was I thinking? That's why it's here, right? So this is actually why I've been working on the golf cart. So the next, or one of the next videos that I'm going to put out is going to be how I modified our golf cart so that it could be our wHobbit-Hole, car. Hobbit-Hole transportation. All right, let's see. Woo, fire's right up. Thank you, Marlos. Yes, it is an amazing view. Sorry if it's gonna get a little bit harder to hear. Let's let this baby warm up for a minute. Make sure the gas tank's on. All right, here we go. The keys are up at the pavilion, right? Did I mention we have a lake? So that is a reservoir, which is, as the crows fly, maybe a half a mile. Because you can go right down our road there, and that is Foster Reservoir. Not big enough for boating, but you can fish, you can swim, you can kayak. Love having a little place like that this close. So now, right here on the other side of our little road there, right over there, that's where we're gonna have our, what's the driveway story? So over there is where we're gonna build a castle, okay? You heard it here first. We're gonna build a big family reunion castle right there. We want it to be enough to fit 50 people. So we're thinking 10,000 square feet, 10 bedrooms, 50 people. And I don't know when we're gonna start. We already have like some plans drawn up a little bit. We just need to make them official and make it so we can actually build it. And then of course we have to have money. So I gotta keep working. The driveway, I gotta take you guys, I'm gonna take you on the, I'll go on the four-wheeler. Let's go on the four-wheeler again in a minute, and I will take you on the road so that you can see the road, because I think our road is really cool. And our road really didn't get covered well in the TV show. They kind of brought up the point of the road because it was an important point, but they didn't really show the real road. And it's a shame. The Whobbit Hotel. Okay, so Air Cookie, was it Air Cookie that was asking about how we get water? So our well is right here. So there's our well. And it goes, I don't remember what it is, 500 something feet down to the well. And then we've got a big tank here. So we've got like a 1,500 gallon tank, I think. And then that hole is there because we don't have a lot of water pressure down there. It looks like you would be enough gravity from here, but by the time you get to the bottom of the tank and the top of down there, and then you build in, whoa, four-wheeler's rolling. I'm standing on top of the four-wheeler and it's rolling. By the time you get down there, the elevation change is not that much, and so we don't have a lot of water pressure. So underneath that blanket is a pump, and we don't use it all the time, but we use it if we need to. And when we weren't using it, it also wasn't buried and wasn't insulated well enough, and it froze. So I've got a little bit of footage you guys maybe have seen on Discord where we had to dig that out this winter, just like last month, and fix the pipe and stuff because it froze and broke. So that's unfortunate. This is the control panel for the pump that fills the tank from the well. And right now it's running off this generator. The wires are there, and hopefully this week maybe our electrician's going to come finish up, and we've got wires running from over there so that when the power plant is producing power, it will also power this stuff here. So we'll finish up at the power plant. Let's go take another ride. You guys want to take a little ride down the road here? Let's take another ride down the road. I apologize for the bounciness and for the noise, but we're going to go riding down the road here. All right. Turn this guy back on, because I want you to really see the road. Now, as I'm coming back up the road, I'll go down and then I'll talk to you for a second, and then we'll come back up, okay? Uh-oh, did I forget? I forgot. Please hold, your call is important to us. Can you guys hear me? I forgot that there's a dead spot. There's a dead zone right in the middle of the road. It's good now? Okay. So you're gonna miss it again and it'll disconnect again as I go up there. I hope you get to see a little bit of it because it's really cool. We have the last little corner. We call it Frodo's Corner because it looks like the dang movie. It looks like when Gandalf is riding up on his little wagon and Frodo is there sitting under the tree. And we're gonna plant a willow tree there eventually. So I wanted you guys to see that. Now I'm sure that you're gonna lose connection here again in a minute. So I'm gonna fly back up the hill. You're gonna lose connection. It'll come back when I get up to the top, okay? I hope you get to see Frodo's Corner. It's really cool. Here we go. Road goes ever on and on, down from the door where it began. That's it. Did you get to see it? Did you get to see it? Did it last that time? Did we keep our signal? All right, I got my glasses back on so I can read the chat again. Oh, well, that Frodo's Corner thing to me is really fun, and the TV people didn't show it at all. What they showed that they said was the road was this spot over here. It was not this. You did get to see it, Air Cookie. Awesome, awesome. So they showed on the TV show this road over here, just because they were like, oh, we need to show a skinny road, because they didn't film it before it got worked on. I did, but they didn't like what I filmed, so they didn't use it. But anyways, so this is our pavilion. This is the power plant. Maybe you can hear the hum of the generator in the background. But this is right now where the generator's running, and then of course you see the solar panels on top. I think it looks really cool. I kind of like it. It's going to be an outdoor eating, gathering kind of a place too. And because it's at the top of the sledding hill, I figure this is where we'll put the rope tow. You know, we'll need a rope tow to bring people up here, so you can slide down, grab a rope, and get back up, right? Oh, and we've got some work going on up here because when we planned out the solar system, the whole power system, the house was a lot smaller than it ended up being. And initially we didn't have an electric hot water heater, and we didn't have a garbage disposal, and we didn't have a dishwasher, and we didn't have a hot tub. So when all those things got added, we needed more power. So that's also why you have two different kinds of solar panels, because I had 18 of one kind and then I got 18 of a different kind, because the first kind I got, they don't make anymore. Or at least nobody around here has them in stock. So we extended the roof a bit on the pavilion, and what I've been doing this weekend is putting it up there. Great wedding and event venue, especially once the castle comes along. Amen, C# Worm, amen. Amen. So this is going to be a fun little place. We want to have like a little pizza oven or whatever. We'll have couches and some places to sit up here. It's a really neat place. It gets a lot of wind. So you see how the roof is, our roof is kind of long on the south side and short on the north side. I'm going to use that north side for some turbines. We need some wind turbines. Right now there's absolutely no wind up here, but the last 2 days, of course, when I've spent most of my time up there on the roof, it's been windy like crazy. So crazy windy. Higher you go, digger you dig. Deeper you dig. I know, isn't it crazy that the well, I'm surprised that the well, I think they put the well up here because the well was here before we got here. And I'm glad it's where it is because, we're going to have the castle up here. So it'll be good that the well is up here close. But this is the flat spot, right? This is 5 or 6 acres up here that is all flat, where most of the rest of it is pretty hilly. Now, that worked out great for us because we wanted to build a Hobbit house. But for people who wanted to do something else with it, this would have been the spot to build the house initially. And this is our ultimate goal. Like, we didn't set out to build a Hobbit house. We knew from years ago that we wanted to build this big family reunion castle. And we were just looking for the right place to do it. We found the right place, which is this place, but we didn't have the ability to start the castle, and we wanted to do something so we could we could come up here and use it in the years that it'll take to build the castle. So that's where the Hobbit house came from. So, well, that's it. So we're almost done up there. I just got to put those last couple panels on. You can see a couple of them that are just sitting loose there. And then I got to stuff all the wires into the building. That's what I'm going to be doing the rest of today. And that's it. And then the electrician's going to come make the final connections hopefully this week. And then darn it, we'll be able to run on solar panel power instead of generator power. So that's where we're at. What do you guys think? And you know what? Look at that. We're almost right at an hour, 58 minutes. That was perfect. That was perfect. So questions, comments, chistes, chismes. What else you guys want to hear? What do you want to know? You got me. So I have individual inverters per panel. No, I have two 5600 watt inverters. What about flood mitigation? Any will run down the Hobbit house? Well, the Hobbit house is also on top of a peak. So yes, water will run down here, but it'll also run right off and down into the valley. So we have a bit of a valley down there. In fact, the guy, you can kind of see a bit of a, it's going to get noisy maybe from the generator, but you can kind of see a bit of the sort of river. If we get a lot of rain, we get a bit of a river right there. And I have the remote start for the generator. What I don't have is internet when there's no power. So everything's set up to remote start the generator, except when there's no generator, there's no power. So until I get these solar panels plugged in all the way, I don't have a way to remote start the generator. But hopefully with these solar panels, we won't need the generator. We'll get it. We have the battery thing is a whole other story. We've talked about a little bit. Build a dam for water power. I've thought about doing pumped hydro storage power. So we kind of have this dream to have a little bit of a lake down here. That's the lowest point here anyways. The guy up there's got like a little well that he uses to feed his animals. So I'm wondering if we can, dig down there, let some water in, let it stay there, and then have something similar up here and then pump it up. So basically you have you have it like a dam, right? When the sun's out, you have solar powered pump the water up to the top. And then at night when you need it, you let the water back down, runs through a turbine and starts it up. Idea planning to build, dang, I missed that comment. So we started building this in March last year. So it's been a year. It's been just over a year now since we started. Our plan for the castle, so we have the basic design done. What we don't have done is the architectural plans that somebody can actually build from. So our plan is to get those architectural plans done in the next year, and then hopefully start building probably 2024 would be my guess right now. Because it's going to take a little bit. We still don't have this one done. And of course, we're going to Airbnb this. We're going to rent this out. And once that really gets going and we've got some some cash flow. That'll help us to be able to do the castle. Somebody else just asked a question and I totally missed it. I'm sorry. I was distracted and I don't think I have a way to scroll down. Total cost of the project to date. Oh boy, one-man show. Oh boy. Okay, I'll give it to you. I'm okay with that. So the land was $200,000. Super cheap, if you ask me. An earth battery, genius, right? So the land was $200,000. Into the house, boy. Well, we had to do the road. The road by itself was $50,000. The pavilion here has been almost $50,000, not counting like all the solar and everything else. We're over 400 into the house, probably close to 5. What acreage? 80 acres, Andrew. 80 acres for 200,000. But if we tried to sell it now, it would be worth easily. I mean, even if it didn't have the house on it, it would be worth twice how much. Am I doing an earth ship? Not really. No, not really. I wouldn't mind, but that's I like having all the renewable stuff, but we like having some of the creature comforts, electricity, and we're not going to be like recycling our waste. So right there, that bald patch where there's some grass just barely starting to grow back, that's where the septic tank is. Up here, that's our geothermal pipe field. 1.2 million total. 200. No, we're less than, I think total, counting the land and everything else, we're around 6 or 7. Aren't those mountains beautiful? We're about 6 or 700,000 total. Land, house, utilities, road, everything. So probably about 700,000. What state? It's in Idaho, southeast Idaho. Idaho is awesome. Is that snow in the distance? Yes, it is. How high is it? So our elevation here is, I think we're at 4,100 feet, something like that. The closest snowy mountains are actually over here. Just on the other side of that is Bear Lake, for anybody who knows around here. So there's a lake that kind of borders Wyoming and Utah and Idaho. Or I think it's maybe just Wyoming and Idaho. Maybe it's Wyoming. No, it is Wyoming and Utah. Maybe Idaho as well. Anyways, it's Bear Lake. It's just over those mountains. It's pretty awesome. And then there's some skiing down there in the mountains on Logan. Logan, Utah is just that way. Less than 10,000 an acre with everything on it. Pretty good, right? I mean, we're never going to sell it, and I'm going to write that into like my will. Is your goal to be 100% off the grid? Need be? Yeah, well, we are 100% off the grid, really. The temperature right now it's pretty cool. It's maybe 50s. Without the wind, it's kind of warm. Because in the sun, it's kind of warm. The sun, I think we're a bit closer to the sun here. So when the wind's not blowing, it's pretty warm. But overall, yeah, I mean, we're in a great location, great place. It gets a little warm in the summer, but it might get 90s in the summer. It gets stinking cold in the winter. That's why we had the frozen pipes and stuff. But even inside the house, so even when it was like highs were, and I'm talking Fahrenheit, of course, right? Looks like tundra climate, yeah. Yeah, Starlink for internet. That's right, Evan. Hey, how's it going, Songor? Can I plant trees? Yeah, we want to plant trees. Beautiful place. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, David. I'm glad you like the style. I appreciate it. 10 Fahrenheit, yeah. So even when it's like freezing outside, so we had a couple months where the high was freezing. Do it to prevent the solar panels overheating. Oh boy, I don't know. Hopefully they won't overheat. I have thought of maybe, am I on Google Maps yet? No, not yet, Nigel. Not yet, but if you look up Preston, Idaho and Foster Reservoir, you'll be able to see us, right? Preston, Idaho's right there. Foster Reservoir's right there. We're just to the north of those things. I have thought that maybe the place to put some of that heated water stuff would be underneath the panels, just to keep them cool a little bit. How does the heat pump work in all seasons, as in performance of the system and comfort? I haven't got to see what it'll do in the summer, but in the winter it's been great. I mean, it's amazing. It uses the Don't think you'll have, okay, good. No heating over in the desert. Okay. So the geothermal, in the winter, right? Dead of winter, below freezing temperatures, the geothermal heating system in the house, it never draws more than about 2,200 watts. And it heats the house. It keeps the house 72 degrees the whole time. I mean, it's almost too hot. We got to turn it down a little bit. And it doesn't run all the time, but when it runs, it's about 2,200 watts. The house is so well insulated and so just tight, right? There's like, we don't have any mice or anything, even though there's tons of mice running around out here. We have no mice in the house because there's no way for them to get in the house. Like the only way they can get in is if they can squeeze around the doors, right? The edges of the door. So as long as we keep those tight, too tight for a mouse, there's nothing getting in that house. We hardly have any, there's barely even any bugs in the house because it's so tight. So even when it's freezing temperatures outside, it was the lowest that it got inside was about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So whatever that is. Can I harvest additional heat from behind the solar panels if you need additional heat? That's what I was thinking. 87, that's what I was thinking. Hey, John, how you doing? Yeah, I was thinking about harvesting some of that additional heat for water from under the solar panels. Kind of help to keep the solar panels cool and also give us a little bit of hot water. But I don't know. This is going to be a never-ending project. I'm going to die with 1,000 projects still to do up here. But that's okay. I could come up here every day and work on stuff and ignore the rest of the world and be completely happy. Extremely happy even. So, do I have water at the pavilion? Yeah, set up sprinklers to auto wash, cool the solar panels. Oh, good question. We do have water at the pavilion. This is living the dream. Thank you, Evan. We're so blessed. We are so blessed to have been in the position to have this place. We love it, and we're very, very grateful. This is a bug out location. Yeah, you know what's funny? We started building this we bought this land in 2020. So yeah, I'd never been like a bug out kind of a guy, but it sure is nice to know that we have a place to go and we can just come up here and do fine. You know, we need some food, but it's Idaho. We could grow stuff if we needed to. So anyways, time to get some grass. Yeah, I know we need to get the grass growing. How long is the drive from our main place? 2.5 hours, Christian, 2.5 hours. Not bad at all. And it's mostly through town. So, there's all kinds of places to stop along the way. Small wind turbine when you don't have enough sun. Yep. And I actually already have it, 87. I already have one, and I think I need to get a couple more. Solar panels on it, and it will run pretty darn long, right? Put some solar panels on the bug. So you'll see my golf cart. You'll see my golf cart in the coming videos, and I did put a solar panel on the golf cart. So it'll also run for a while. Just sitting parked up here, it'll stay charged. So that's pretty good. Want to talk shop, bug out prep? Let me know. Tinfoil hat skills all day. Nice, John. Nice. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's amazing how many people. So we get a lot of people up here because you can see it from the highway. So people will come and visit all the time. And when we were first building it, one of the things that several people asked us, which we thought was a pretty odd question, but they said, do you have any ammo? Or no, they didn't even say, do you have any? They said, how much ammo do you have? How much ammo do you have? I said, I don't have any ammo. And they're like, oh, you want to buy some? So yeah, that's awesome. Nigel, the name of the reservoir is Foster, Foster, Foster Reservoir. I could put, I'll have to put a link somewhere on the location on Discord or something like that. So enough. All right, guys, time to sign off for tonight. To have home in the States, yeah. Live in the Netherlands. My neighbors are on the other side of the wall. Looks so spacious there. I love it. Yeah, it is pretty spacious. Thanks, guys. Oh, thanks, Air Cookie. There you go. Foster Reservoir. Nice. Appreciate that, dude. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thanks as always, thanks for watching. And there's no outro today. I appreciate you guys being here. It's been fun. 150 people still watching. So if you guys want to go to Discord and keep up the chat, you can go to discord.com/invite/DrZzs. And that will take get to Discord where all these dudes that have been on the stream hang out, and so do a bunch of other cool guys. So, and it'll be on Airbnb eventually. Eventually you'll be able to come here on Airbnb. Eventually we'll have a big old party up here, okay? Oh, the link's the wrong one. We'll get the right one. The correct one is in Idaho. That's right. It is Idaho. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for being here. Have a happy Sunday. We'll talk to you later. Adios.